stay off the car issue. What concerns Anabra?
For shut up,
What concerns the boy? What concerns Enugu? What concerns them at the capital? They were never part of Eastern region. They were part of Western region. Were they Igbos in the Western region? Were they gazetted as that?
Okay, I want
the
to
Western Igbo you are seeing is a colonial construct that you are seeing the Gazette talking about. The names you are talking about, literally, it's only a kingdom that can give birth to an identity. Was there anything known as Igbo kingdom? Please, Udezuzu, I beg. No, may they know they drag us. May you dey here, they drag us into issue. Now you start the issue. Always tell them you are responding and continue to be responding. I will not be part of your response because I have my opinion. You have your own opinion.
Abi, each one will come for ground. Why wake up the morning, they tell us and say,
what do you say about it?
Udezuzu.
They were accusing us. They were accusing issue. You kept quiet.
It do usikiri. Ni do that. I understand your grievances. Understand even a better. Take it easy because one thing you observe for me personally, I don't like it. You know, that is why they say you can never be part of the Igbo. There's no way we support them. Despite that, I know that truly because of what you experienced, that is why this thing is occurring here. But upon all that you are saying, which is not true, everyone knows that Eka are Igbo. I feel surprised that Igbo people still come here. That is the reason why I left Sin, because I cannot stand to hear that nonsense that they are vomiting from their mouth. They say come here, they insult their papa head. Yeah, that is to tell you there is no way you will support these people in any way.
They don't be Igbo, they be Ika people. They don't be Igbo.
Okay, but I see some of Igbo here. I felt they here. Don't when I there since bros. Don't say at least don't talk. Also kid don't talk. Many people don't talk. Because however. I don't want to make it come be say this thing. It will become Igbo will consider the use of opportunity they throw us. I mean they throw insult to us. Good. Whether Bini Agbo or Eka have a misunderstanding, you still get a way with the way they settle the issue. And that is why when that guy came up just now, that is when I was here. I think his nickname is Agbo Fine Boy. He say. Talk like that kind of thing not happen at all. So the concept go bring proof. So everybody were waiting that okay, maybe you will play the recording. So nothing like that. So the guy.
I have said it time without numbers that the politicians are not Nigerian problem. Our problem are the people. And I've said it time without number that the reason why we perish is not because there is no money in this country. It's not because there is no job in this country. It's not because of insecurity. It's not because of bad politicians. It's not because of lack of prayer anointing. As you can hear, I'm in a hotel, and inside this hotel is a church in the restaurant. They are praying. People claim they have anointing. This morning, one Ezenwanye or Dibia is offering sacrifice for certain people, praying that the land will do well for the Yahoo boys who come to sacrifice in his place this morning, bring gold or anything. That the land will do well. Some people are offering prayer this morning. Muslim has prayed on Friday, and some of them is going to. So it's not lack of prayer or lack of anointing that making us to perish in this country. Why we are perishing in this country? Because we lack knowledge. Simple research we don't make. People just set camera and talk anyhow. The video you watch is Bini people, Ile Ibinu precisely, set camera to insult the southeastern Igbos over the issue of who did the Eka belong. That has been the tug of war. And when we say that Benin people are real expansionists, there's no difference between Benin and Fulani. Many people think that we don't know what we are saying. Benin people are Fulani, we no hold gun. They are Fulani, we no hold gun. And mostly, I think the reason why Fulani are succeeding is because government are aiding them. Government are aiding Fulani to use them to sack people, mostly where there's a mineral resources or where they need, where there's a mineral resources that government need to use them to stammer, like what is happening in Zamfara Gold or what is happening in Zampisa Forest. We understand that. That is one of the things I can see. But if not, the Benins are not different from Fulani people. They are not different. But at the end of the day, like I told you that I don't blame the politician, I don't still blame the Benin guys. I blame our people in this Anioma. Exactly. If you call your dog Bingo, people will follow you call it Bingo. If you tell people say your dog name na Lucy, they will follow you call the dog Lucy. If the name you gave your dog, people will call your dog. Konyo le call it Poma, Konyo le call it Chili. Look our okundi be sele. So that's why they say dress the way you want people to address you. The cars today, because one thing you must understand is that a car today, every one of us in Anyama were called a car constituency when the colonial master was in charge. As of 1934, from Okwane, Ndokwa Nation and Enuane to the present Eka and the Eka Igbos in Ibanke, which is Edo State today, are all known to be called Eka constituency. They see our own dialect of Igbo as Eka constituency. But today, we have been able to divide ourselves more, make ourselves more minority, and these people are only called Eka, and we are not called the Enuane. Remember, the Enuane they are telling us is not just by our dialect. Yes, we call our dialect Enuane, but it's because of our topography, our climate. I know Enuane, just like Enugu. So you see people saying they speak Enugu language. Enugu is because of the land, not even because of their dialect, but they recognize the location as Enugu, and whatever you speak there, they say that is people where they for Enugu. That Enu Ugu on top of hill. Now then they speak like this. Now so we be Enuane. Those people where they on top of that land. Now then they speak like this. No be saying at the dialect. So now your location, our location give us the Enuane. Our location. But there was a time all of us, including the Enuane and the Ndokwa and Okwane, are called a car constituency. But today we are now known as Enuane constituency, which is made up of 4 local governments in Delta North today. You see, this is why I say that why we perish is lack of knowledge. It's even unfortunate that many of you don't even understand this. You don't understand it. That's why in a car man can wake up in the morning and say, Eka will they speak, Eka they speak. Who told you what is Eka? Like Ukwane. Ukwane, the bottom of the land. In Ukwane, there is no hill in Ukwane because everywhere is plain. It's like the floor of the topography. So whatever dialect you speak in that place is known as Ukwane. By the video these guys were defending that Igbo is a construct of yesterday, they must understand that before the coming of the Britain, there's nothing like Eka. There's nothing like Ukwane. There's nothing like Enuane. But today you accepted it and they gave you that name. Just like there's nothing like Nigeria before the British came. But today they called you Nigeria by that woman. Everything we bear today, most of them are construct of a white man. But Igbo has been existing among us before the coming of white men. Exactly. We have known ourselves as Indibo before the coming of white men. Just like Bini is a construct of a white man too. Because as of the last time before the coming of the Portuguese, this land that you claim to be Bini today, or the language you call to be Bini today, is not even known as Edo language. It was known as Idu language. That land is called Idu. But it's the coming of the Oromia. And when the white men discover us and use their own tongue to remove that Ile Binu to Bini today. Ile Binu to Bini today. Just like the white men wrote down Ahaba as Asaba. But that does not remove the meaning. So you that is claiming Igbo is a construct, who constructed your name? Who gave you that name? Is it not a white man? It's not a Portuguese that gave you that name, Bini. Is Bini existing before? You want to insult us that have been thousands of years existence, and you that just less than 800 years, coming from Oromia till now, and never reached 900 years. We know the history from Iweka. Come down. You even list it in your red book that the late Oba Bini wrote. By traces, he never reached 1,000 years. And you want to use yourself to compare the Igbos that have been existing. Igbo Nkwo is more than 2,000 years by archaeology discovery. The artifact found there, or what is found in Igbo Nkwo, which is today called Igbo, has been existing. Igbo Uku, Igbo Nkwo. The word Igbo has been existing more than 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. Do I need to tell you a Kaman does yam festival? Benin man go come now saying they do yam festival, but I have a video of the first yam festival that Benin people does 2 years ago, 2024. I have a video of it. The first ever yam festival. If Benin people do yam festival, this year it will be the 3rd time they are doing yam festival. Are they not planting yam? They do. Are they not selling yam? They are selling. Are they not eating yam? They do. But they never see it as a cultural celebration. It's adopted. But Ndeka have been celebrating yams years ago. The other time I showed Ikenga of a car region. See the picture here. We called red oil Ofe Igbo. Why do we call it Ofe Igbo even in a car? Because Ofe is Ofe soup. It's a soup everywhere in Ali Igbo. Ofe. Some people are calling Ohe because of their tongue. Ofe Igbo. Igbo soup. The word Igbo has been in existence before the coming of Britain. It's just that when they now came, they look at all the dialect, they say, people where they speak this kind of thing, na Ndi Igbo, na then get this thing. The Asian people, Ndi Igbo, na then get this thing. You know when they call them Ndebo, Ndi Igbo, na then get this particular tongue. But like I said, this explanation, I don't need to do it in this video. But I have to also just chip it in for you to know how long we have been existing. I don't blame the Benin guys who are claiming a car. It is the car sons and daughters who gave them the privilege. Exactly. Okay, no, go, okay, no, now them said themselves cheaply that the Benin are claiming them. A car is older than Benin. The car is older than Benin. But I don't blame them. Today they call you salsa to accept the salsa that the Igbo man created for you, because it was Alese Kweme who created the seeds of Puku zone and handed it over to Abacha because he's the president and announced it. But you accepted. Were you not in the western region? Now we save these Benin people from the western region. We, the so-called Anyoma today, saved Benin from western region. When our people in the 1957 demanded to join the eastern region. When our people in 1967 decided to join the eastern region, by the same Obi of Agbo, Obi of Idumujuboko, and the Asaba of Asaba, these 3 kings went to the colonial master and demanded that they should join the eastern region. They tell them no, that the water, the River Niger, has become a natural boundary, but it does not change. But we understand why the Britain, right from the one, never wanted the normal region to join the eastern region. Aye Kumeku is the reason. Because after the 31 years of guerrilla war between the British government and the Anyoma warriors, the Kumeku war, the British swore that they will never allow the Western Igbos to join their eastern brothers. which is called divide and rule. I don't want to be bringing all this evidence to you. You can make research and verify me. Divide and rule. I have a book on it in my shelf. If I'm making video inside my house, I would have shown you. So I'm not saying something that I've not read with fact and evidence. I've shown it in all my videos. Divide and rule, what the British government did to Nigeria. They knew that Igbo does not have a king. Igbo Enweze. They are Republican in nature. They needed to install kings. That if they install kings so that they can hold them accountable. Because indirect rule flourish in the north, indirect rule flourish in the west, but you cannot have indirect rule in the east. In Alibo entirely. Why? Because the people are Republican in nature. There's nobody that is a king. If you go and meet the Opaluku and ask him that you want to tell the people to do this, the Opaluku will say, I don't have right over them. The Umunna, the Jopalas of Ogbe will meet, decide before Opaluku go say, see what we have agreed. And if it doesn't make sense to the Umunna, the heads of the clans, nobody that accepts. So when the British finally took over, they started installing what we call today the Igwes and the Obis, which they call the Warrant Chief as of that time. But today, some of the cars have embraced the Obis and all those things and be thinking it is their own heritage from day one. No, it has never been. It was inherited. It was installed by the colonial masters. Then when this thing happened, the British know that if these people can resist us like this, the only way we can do is divide and rule. And that's the same idea they give to Gowon, to divide and rule the Igbos. Today, some of these people, none of them were born as of 1966. Assuming we wake up and find ourselves in the eastern region, despite the River Niger, would these ones be claiming that a car belongs to Benin? Because if you look at this newspaper, our people demanded to join the East. Our fathers demanded to join the Eastern region. Even in the thick of the program where they were killing us, the Midwest Igbos demand a state to join the Eastern region. Pause and read it. They are killing their brothers. They are killing Igbos here and there. But our people still demanded to join the Eastern region. Why? Because we know say now our brothers they be. Our people, that's why we say that Anyoma is the oldest demand of state. The Anyoma region has been asking for freedom to leave this zone. Politically, not relocation of land. But like I said, I don't blame the Benin guys. These are the people we saved from the Western region. It was the demand of Anyoma people to leave the Western region that made the Midwest to be created in 1963. When Chude Osadebe was the Senate president, he proposed the bill for the Anyoma region today, because it is Chude that created the Anyoma region with the acronym of their local government. He now decided to say that we need to leave and join the Eastern region. But for political reason, the whole northern Nigeria and the remaining western Nigeria did not want them to join the Eastern region because of voting bloc and land mass. They say instead of the Anyoma region to join the Eastern region and increase the Eastern region, because then the Eastern region still comprised of the Ogojas, the Efik, the Anam, the Bibios, the Jaws. Even all this one where they shout at the south, the Akwa Ibom, the Cross River, the Bayelsa, and the rivers, we're all in the Eastern region then. Then joining with this Anyoma people, small to join them. And some part of Kogi today that are carved to be Igbos, we are in the Eastern region before. Yes, those part of Kogi that are Igbo speaking, we are carved to be in the Eastern region. But when they discover that if they do this, the Eastern region will increase and compete massively with that of the North, they say no, let's instead make them Midwest. Let's call the region Midwest. Let the minorities in this region become one state. This is how Benin was included in the Midwest state. It was we that wanted to leave the West and join the Eastern region. But two, they say instead of to lose us leaving the West and join the Eastern region, let us Kukuma be in the Midwest, believing that we have majority and the politics of the day, because all of us are minority now in a region, it will be easier for us to respect ourselves and rule ourselves. The Robos, the Sokos, the Jaws, both in Edo State today and in Delta State, the Ishan, the Afemas, the Benin, which are just 3 to 4 local governments. Meanwhile, we have 9 already. So, and that is why they told you either they bring the capital to Asaba or they take the capital to Benin. Him will become the governor. Either he lose the governor seat and makes maybe Antonio Nahoro as governor, but the capital will be in Asaba. But he choose to be a governor while the capital is in Benin. And that is why even in Benin today, that government house is called Osadebe, Denis Osadebe House. I go lie for you. Fact check me. We brought you out from the Midwest. But today, because of identity crisis after the Civil War of 1970, that now eating ourselves up, you now have right to set camera and start insulting every animal person. That's why I say I know they blame Mona. Now we go fetch firewood, we get insects. That's why you lizard are coming to feed on our identity crisis. You can set camera and insult us here and there. But this is why we perish in this country, because we don't make research. We don't make research. Tell me how we have the same thing in common with the Benin. And when they come online, they will even indirectly admit that you are Igbo. Like me now, if I make this video I make now, they will still come to my comments and say, Igbo people, they claim a car. So you accept that I'm an Igbo man as an Onchubo man from Anyota, local government of Delta State. You accept, because whenever they say this, they want to bait the Southeastern Igbo people. Meanwhile, he's indirectly saying that this boy making this video is an Igbo man. Because I accept my Igbo-ness and I defend it with all cause. They will indirectly accept and accuse us to be Igbos. And at the same time saying that we are not Igbo. You know, speaking with two different mouths. But I don't blame them. You see, I see them in my conversations, I will be laughing. Why is Igbo always claiming? And that's why I always tell people where I'm from. That I'm an Onchubo man in a northern local government of Delta State. I always say that. So that you won't come tomorrow and say, nah, Southeast boy, nah, Enugu boy, you be. I keep saying my village every day. Abmonu mo show me, nimi shiekbe. Afam buchukwu emeka kogolo. Nwo saji. Ndi mobu jelu sujeli. Ndi fo gujunni. Look at everything I say is Igbo. My father's name is Iwe Elunwa. Anga no the rich where Pekin day. Iwe Lunwa. My grandfather name no Amaka Kogolo Saji. I go lie for you. My grandfather was born in the 18th century. Before the amalgamation of Northern Nigeria and Southern Nigeria. Yeah, the man named Nogu Amaka. His father gave him that name. Now tell me how he's not Igbo. Who forced him to be Igbo? And that's how the name has been for the thousands of years. Who is forcing it to be Igbo? But because we are in the era of social media and there's the divide and rule have eaten us deep, we could not emancipate ourselves. Mental slavery. I cannot be with you guys in this mental slavery. If you be a car person, keep denying. But I thank God that you yourself know that you speak Igbo. You yourself know what your anger is, that you are speaking Igbo and you are bearing Igbo name, but they should not call you Igbo. Then who are you? Why also why I will be in the way me bet if also I carbon It's only a fool that will see all those indications and keep saying that we are not Igbo. If you think that today the Igbo people are forcing you to be Igbo, why don't you ask your great-grandfathers who gave you the name? Why did they force you to be a Igbo name? I said it time with number. I brought an option. A village can swear affidavit and change their entire name, the entire language, and the entire culture, so that we'll stop dragging you people. People are forcing you to be Igbo, but now they use their language. Like that video that I made, that young man said, we have Igbo heritage. Why did you inherit Igbo heritage? Why? One day, they thought say everything you see in South is migrated from here. Why did they migrate from the old? I said it time with that number. I've never seen where a tree and the fruit are different. If you believe that everything you see in South is migrated from the Anyoma region, why is the fruit in the South is accepted to Igbo, but the tree, the root is not Igbo? Tell me. Now you be the beginning of Igbo. We agree. You are bigger than Igbo. Why are they accepting Igbo? You are not Igbo. Self-hate has consumed us in this Anyoma region. And that is why they are offering us freedom of a state. We play politics with what would have saved us. Someone offered us a state. Accept to be a state. One of us decided to counter it. One of us. That one of us is king. Accept to be Igbo. Obi of our war. Arero war. Obi of our war. I have a video. I posted it. I can't be posting all this thing every time to prove myself. Say they are Igbo from Enugu. Now they migrated from. And that is why his name is Okowa Ifeanyi. What's the difference between Ifeanyi Ugu in Enugu and Ifeanyi Okowa? Tell me, who forced him father to give him Ifeanyi? Is it the man from Enugu that forced him to give him Ifeanyi? Why didn't him father give him Benin name? But he played politics and all of you bought into it because you are gullible and self-hate have consumed you. If all Ika people begin to tell Benin people stop claiming us, because look at this point. There's an Benin guy telling them Ika people did not tell us to defend them. Oh, Ika people did not beg us to defend them. If it cars we face the Benin, stop dragging us. Leave us with the people who are dragging us to be Igbos. Let us face them by ourselves. They won't be doing this. We are not Benins. We can never be. Even as a Chime that left Benin, even a car did not leave Benin to settle where they are. But even as a Chime that left Benin to settle where it is today, we the Ezechimes are not claiming it. Apart from Iseluku, no Ezechime, including Onitsha, Obi of Anichebe, Obi of Onitsha have said that we are not in the Benin. I have one day do. I have the video. Everything I tell you, I have evidences of the king. My king say we are Igbo. Obi of Onchubo, Obi Chuku Malese. Say we are Igbos. I go lie for you. But now these few cars who are looking for, who are ignorant, who self-hate have consumed. When I mean self-hate, God made you an Igbo person. But you are the one denying your Igbo-ness. Thinking you hated the Igbos, you want to pepper them. You are peppering yourself. Obumpeji, Omweko, you will not be giving an excuse. We are far from the southeast. No, people who live for the edge of Nigeria are not Nigerians now. Exactly. Because the jaws are the edge, the entrance, they are not Nigerians. Or because of that, they are not Nigerians. That's what you are saying. There are going to be people who will be in the core. There are going to be people who will be there at the edge. But this is what I'm telling you about the book, Divide and Rule. It's part of the strategy that the Nigerian government is using to be able to control the Igbos. Because as Nigwe, if the Igbos are united, become one force, we will be able to challenge the Northerners who claim that Nadenge population passed to make election votes. And population is not land mass. Population is not land mass. The Igbos are over 17 million in the entire Nigeria. The Fulani and the Hausa combined together are not up to the population of the Igbos, even though they occupy land mass, large land mass. You must know this. But like I said, you don't get sense. Lack of knowledge is what is killing you today. And that's why they will now come and tell you not get population. You will believe it. Looking at the landmass is not population. Lagos is the smallest state in Nigeria, but the population of Lagos is bigger than the population of different states in the north. Lagos has more population because people can come to stay in a place and has more population there. That does not mean that because they have their landmass is small, their population is not big. That's what you have to understand. The territory of Igbo land from Ibanke to Anyoma, cross to the other side of the southeast, then go to the south, that of Ikweres and that of north central, is still small to compare with the landmass of the entire Hausa land that occupy. But we have more population than them. We have population than them. That is the truth. We have more population than them. If the entire Igbos come back, that is why they shock them now, that after the Civil War, the Igbo population, after decimating over 3 to 4 million people and send over 2 million people to exile, they are still shocked Igbo there everywhere. If all the Igbos in abroad and everywhere come back home, you will not see where to put leg, because Igbo, God bless us to multiply and replenish the earth. That is it. Not be to marry 5 wives is the problem. We they born and our life expectancy for the Igbos, they last longer than that of the North. And I've told you that I've traveled to the whole of 774 local government. I can tell you emphatically with experience that Igbos is the highest population. All of us that are denied not to be Igbo, if they add all of us, you go see the population where we'll get no be here. But if we come together, use this our population to cast a vote, we will be the one deciding who will rule this country. But that is the divide and rule that the British government brought into the system and handed it over to the northern people to be using it to play politics. That's why every census are manipulated. They don't give accurate figure. They don't give accurate figure. And when they give accurate figure, they will make you believe that you're a minority in Eka B. So you become only 2 local governments. You cannot compete. You cannot challenge. Because if you become a bigger block of the Igbos, you become a majority instead of a minority. So that when you don't do that, the North will have a larger place to decimate you. If you say now, all of us na Igbo will be, and we vote, join with Southeast, down with the River State, do you know the voting block of the Igbo? Before anybody will decide to be Nigerian president, he will come and bow down to us and say, the Igbo, please support me, because you have a voting block. And we want to liberate you, to give you a state, so that you also will develop on your own. All of you rejected all. We perish for lack of knowledge. We no get sense. And that's why sometimes when they say we are partial Igbo or fake Igbo, they believe them, because I will happy for the bull, I will kiko the bull, I will. Igbo will follow chicken, they chop food for grand. What's the difference between him and the chicken? No difference. Because if truly we take up our identity as the real Igbo, we would have been aggressive. See Delta State today, we would have been the one deciding what happened in Delta State. But we are minority in the state. Why? We divided ourselves by ourselves. Our dialect is supposed not to be the division. If you go to Enugu, there are different dialects. Enugu Ezike does not speak like Nsukka. Nsukka does not speak like Nkanu. Nkanu does not speak like Udi. There are different dialects in Enugu, but they see themselves as one. But now we know they see ourselves as one. And I see somebody say Nukwan is language, a language. When did the dialect become a language? But you don't go school now. English now, your mate. This is why we are perishing in the state. Urobona now feel like they have one language and one deciding us. We have more local government, more population, more landmass than the Urobo. But they are the one deciding the affairs of the country. I mean, they're the one deciding the affairs of the state. Because minority will have their say, majority will have their way. Once we decided to make ourselves a minority, we have given our privilege to the majority. That is the rule of politics. And for any selfish one among us, whether it's Okowa or anybody, can take advantage of it and use his people to play kalo and just enrich himself. That is why now one man they decide whatever will happen in our constituency. Only him. He go put in thought and we point finger and I go. Will you blame the man? No, you blame yourself, but we don't want to blame ourselves. Instead of us to do that, we point finger to the Southeastern Igbo and then they deal with us. Ukwani oil are being removed on daily basis. Ukwani will never blame themselves. That's why it is in a South. You where they come from Midwest now, join South is shouting, we are formerly in the Midwest. Why won't they change it when they know that you people are foolish? They can tomorrow wake up and call you another different region. And you see accept it and be defending it as if that's your origin. You don't know that state is not an origin. Midwest was supposed to be a region, not an origin. The fact that they carve us join Midwest does not mean that that is our origin. Our origin is Igbo. Because origin does not talk about state administrative power. It talks about culture, tradition, language. That's how to know origin. Character. I'm out of here, Joe.